Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to WFO Racing League action. Tonight is more than just another stop on the championship trail. Tonight, the RGC Mortorsports O'Reilly Auto Parts Series arrives in New Hampshire Motor Speedway for week 4 of a 5-race championship round, and it's also our Autism Awareness Week. Before we talk racing, we'd like to recognize the meaning behind tonight's event. Autism affects millions of individuals and families around the world. Every person on the autism spectrum has a unique strength, challenges, and perspectives. Tonight's race serves as a reminder that awareness is only the beginning. Understanding, acceptance, inclusion, and support are what truly makes a difference. Whether you're a family member, a friend, a coworker, or simply want to learn more, we encourage everyone watching tonight to continue spreading kindness, understanding, both on and off the racetrack. And if you want to learn more or need someone to talk to, reach out to TJ Lee at RGC Mortorsports, and he will be more than willing to help you. Now, on to New Hampshire. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, better known as the Magic Mile, is one of the more demanding short tracks in the series. At just over 1 mile in length, it doesn't reward raw horsepower as much as it rewards discipline. Drivers spend the night balancing brake wear, tire management, corner exit. Passing isn't easy, which makes qualifying pit strategy and avoiding mistakes more important than ever. With only 2 races remaining, with 2 races remaining including tonight. So you got tonight and next week. Every championship point has become critical. Last week at Kansas Speedway, Adam Matz delivered exactly the kind of performance championship contender needs, leading 52 laps on his way to victory lane. John McMillan Jr. finished close seconds, while Richard Holland completed the podium after leading 34 laps of his own. Chuck Sweden came home 4th, Ray Polking rounding out the top 5. As the championship battle heads in here tonight, Adam Matz continues to lead the standings after another impressive victory. Nick Hunt has climbed to 2nd, while Richard Holland sits 3rd and remains firmly in striking distance. Vern Bradley enters tonight in 4th in the standings, followed by Ricky Vigone in 5th. The rest of the top 10 remain stacked with contenders, including TJ Lee, Ivan Jones, Burt Wilson, Michael McCulley, Tommy Haynes, all knowing that a strong finish tonight could completely reshape the championship heading into the season finale. Tonight's Autism Awareness Race is proudly presented by RGC Mortorsports and the O'Reilly Parts Series, and we thank everyone who continues to support not only great racing, but even a greater cause. The lights are on. No, the lights aren't on. It's daytime. What are we talking about? Anyways, we'll be back after this.
Light the flame, we don't back down, we play this game. Wheel to wheel, it's skill and pride. We're racing clean with fire inside. Every turn a test of guts, fast and fair, no ifs or buts. Respect runs deep in every lane. We fight for wins, not for fame. Precision rules the track right here. Built on sweat, built on gear. engines roar. This is where champions are made. WFO Racing League, wide freaking open. WFO, wide freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no dirty taps. WFO, legends racing, friendships grow. Full send all in, let it flow. This is WFO.
We got just about 3 minutes left to qualifying. Looks like we have 15 drivers here tonight. It's a little bit lighter than we're used to. Still going to be a good group of running. A challenging track. We've heard tires are going to be the thing to maintain, obviously. If we go green, it'll be one pit stop. If there's cautions, that will obviously change that all up. Getting a little bit look of some of the designs that are running tonight. Looks like obviously TJ's got it. Michael McCulley's got it. Chuck Sweeting's got a paint scheme for the autism awareness tonight. Again, as we say, if you know somebody or want to know some information, reach out to us and we'll get you in touch with TJ Lee. These races are special to him because this cause is special to him. That run right there for Michael was enough to get him in 6th place as it stands right now. It looks like There's 3 more to qualify, but I don't know if they're going to qualify. We got about another 50 seconds left of qualifying if anybody else is going to come out. If not, then our grid is pretty much set. And we will get to that in a moment. Alrighty, qualifying is complete. Placement is being set. Looks like Richard Holland is going to take the pole tonight. So as always, I'm missing a window here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. As always. Tonight's starting lineup is presented by Superstar Radio Network. Turn it on, turn it up, something for everyone. Be sure to check them out at superstarradionetwork.com. Well, with that being said, let's get out here to the lead car, Richard Holland. Go like this. All right. So in first place, you have Richard Holland. To his outside, you're going to have Adam Matt starting in second. Vern Bradley's going to start tonight in third place with Nick Hunt to his outside in fourth. Ray Polking is going to be starting in fifth tonight with Mike McCulley to his outside in sixth. TJ Lee is going to be in 7th place. There he is. TJ Lee going to start in 7th place with Devin Haynes his outside in 8th. Tommy Haynes is going to be starting in 9th place tonight with John Wimbish starting next to him in 10th. Ricky Fagone will be starting in 11th place with Chuck Sweeting to his outside in 12th. Burt Wilson will be starting in 13th place tonight with Glenn Jamieson his outside in 14th. And Paul Patterson will round out the field of 15. And that is tonight's starting grid. So as these guys get going, we'll get over here to this one here, get up to the leaders. Ace car is down. Getting a little blinking from Richard Holland, and we are officially green. Richard Holland with that jump to the lead. He's about 0.3 seconds ahead of everybody else at the moment. But as you can see, there is a huge crew behind him. You got Adam Matz in second, Vern Bradley in third, Nick Hunt in fourth, Ray Polking fifth, TJ Lee just moved up into fifth, so let's jump back to that spot there. TJ running the inside. He's going to come up behind Nick. Nick's going to go down to the inside. $100 laps tonight, so there's a lot of racing to go. We saw 17 of Tommy Haynes drop down to the inside there. Looks like he dropped down the inside, lost a couple spots. Now he's going to tag the wall. Not sure if he's having some problems there. Currently 3 wide, though, with Chuck Sweeting. Chuck, not the spot that Chuck would like to be, I am sure. So let's kind of take a look through the vehicles and see who all has what for paint scheme. You got Richard Holland running his 31 Milwaukee. Black and white car. We've seen that. Adam Matz running his number 9. The orange that we've come to love and know. Vern Bradley out here running his number 14 Alienware design. Nick Hunt has the Ollie's Special with the sport clips and the Oscar Mayer. TJ Lee's going to be the first one of the autism awareness vehicles tonight. Got that special purple design. See that? You can see that ribbon behind the front wheel. Ray Polking, he's running at number 5. That's his normal design. Mike McCulley, he's coming up here. He's trying to chase down Ray for that spot. That would be for 6th place. Mike McCulley running a autism awareness design. It's a pretty nice looking design there. Autism Speaks, RGC Mortorsports. And the autism ribbon. Moving on back to 8th place, you got Ricky Fagone running at number 10 Haas car. Going on back, you got Chuck Sweeting. He's running an autism awareness. He's got the shiny special. Yeah, Tommy Haynes, he's out here running the Bold Rock Hard Cider number 17. Glenn Jameson running his Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA 63. Devin Haynes out here running the SNR number 99. John Wimbish running at Red Oak 56. Burt Wilson, he's got the crash test dummy on board design. And that number 70. He's got a rescue aerial on there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that anybody's going to come and rescue you there, Bert. I think you're kind of on your own. You got Paul Patterson. He's out there in that 3M51. And that is the lineup. So let's get back up here with Richard. He has got a full half-second lead in front of Adam Matz right now. Adam Matz moving up there. He's battling with Vern. So we'll hop back here and watch this battle. Vern going to tag the wall there. It's going to slow him down and let Adam get away a little bit. It is a short track. It is 100 laps. So there is plenty of time for change. You got 1, 2, 3 here. Then you got to go 2 seconds back to get back here to Nick Hunt. Behind Nick, you got TJ Lee, Mike McCulley, Ray Polking, Chuck Sweeting. And you got Ricky Fagone. Ricky told me he loves this track. That is a lie. Ricky said he does not like this track. Although Ricky has told me in the past that there's a lot of tracks that he don't like. And then he's won a couple. So, I mean, can you believe what he says? I don't know. I don't know. You got Glenn Jameson rounding out your top 10. Tommy Haynes is 11th. John Wimbish 12th. Devin Haynes is 13th. Burt Wilson in 14th. And Paul Patterson in 15th. Meanwhile, up here, Adam Matz is slowly tracking down Richard Holland. He's got it under a half second. Look and see if we got any other battles. Looks like Chuck Sweeting's trying to get around TJ. Possibly. Was our tightest spot, or I'm sorry, around Mike McCulley, not TJ. He's got a car to go to get to TJ. This is kind of our tight spot right now. McCulley's going to go wide. That will open the door for Chuck to drive on in. Chuck's going to be to the inside. Not exactly the line that everybody is running, but if anybody can run a line that nobody else is running, Chuck is one of those guys that can do it. You see he's moving right on up. He's up there now behind TJ. Looking for a window of opportunity to get around him also. There he goes down the inside. DJ looks like he tagged the wall just a little bit. That slowed him up, and that gave Chuck the window that he needed. He actually gave him a door to climb through. Didn't even have to climb through, he just had to walk through. It was right there. Now he's going to chase down Nick Hunt. Now Chuck, unfortunately, he is not in the points race, but he is still racing for that honor. He is now up on Nick Hunt. And once he gets around Nick, which I imagine he will, he's got about 3.8 seconds to get to Vern. Now, like I say, from what I've heard from the guys, tires are going to be the thing to maintain. If you drive too hard, it will get very slick on you. This is a day race, so the track will get warm. Tires will get slick. The way these guys race, though, we could absolutely go caution free. That could make things very interesting, and that will definitely make pit stops a definite game changer. Go into a pit on a green pits or green lap pit stop, and you're going to go down a lap and a half. You better hope that everybody in front of you also is going to go in and pit, and you better hope that there's not a caution, because if there's a caution while you're in pitting, you're pretty much going to be done. There goes Chuck right there, going to the inside. He's going to swing way inside, hold on to that line, and get right up and around Nick without any problems. They actually lost quite a bit of time there. They are now almost they were 4 3/4 seconds. But Chuck's chewing that right down. He's already down under 4.5. So, feel like running in clean air. He's got nobody in front of him for a little bit, so he's gonna work on chasing down Vern. Like I say, a lot of laps to do it, so definitely the opportunity is there. Like we say, if these guys go green all the way, pit strategies will be the thing. Looks like Ray and Michael McCulley are battling it out here. Ray getting in front of Michael, taking that spot away. Richard Holland just set the fastest lap, it looks like. No, I take that back. That was at the start of the race. Never mind. Ignore that. That was lap 3. So Richard Holland's setting the fastest lap as of right now at 30.096. He is now currently running 30.939. So you can see in just 23 laps how the tires are slowing you down. Meanwhile, you get up here, it looks like Nick Hunt is slowing down and TJ Lee trying to go to the outside and get around him. He's going to do so, and looks like Glenn Jamieson is going to try and do the same thing. Nick's not giving up yet, but Glenn is going to hold on to that outside, try and maintain, move up. Get closer, make another attempt. Gonna go to the inside this time, try and work the inside lane. Not quite enough to get around him at that point. We'll see how it goes in this next corner. There he's going to go, and Ray Polking looks like he's going to be the next one in line. See if we can get a different look here, and no, that's not what I wanted to do. Get a little look here from the WFO blimp. That gap right there between Nick Hunt and Ray Polking is our tightest gap at the moment. Actually, I take that back now. Glenn Jamieson and TJ Lee. This is the tightest gap. Glenn Jamieson closing that gap, moving on up. He's going to come up next to. They're going to battle through this corner. They're going to stay exactly where they were going into that corner. And Glenn Jamieson is going to take that spot away. Meanwhile, looking at this glimpse up here, you can see Richard Holland out there. He is literally all by himself. We go to the higher scene. You can see how they're kind of all spaced out, gapped out right now. There are a few groups. Let's go ahead and head into the cockpit and take a little look, see on how he's driving right now. And then we'll go back in the line a little bit and see how some other guys are doing. Richard Holland right now, he's got about a 1.4 second gap between him and Adam, and then Adam's about 0.2 in front of Vern. So Vern is right there running along with Adam, but Richard is just running away right now. So speaking of, Vern is looking like he's getting ready to overtake Adam, so let's ride along with him right now as we take a little look at how that's going for him. And there Vern is going to take second place, but if we hop out to this view, oh, there you can see he is actually clear of it now. So he is now clear and in second place. And now he's going to try and see if he can work some magic to catch up to Richard. At this point, he's now about a point or 1.7 behind. You can hear him slowing way down into the corners, so wondering if tires are already becoming an issue. can see he's getting a little bit of a gap between him and Adam. We got 51 of Paul Patterson. Heard him call out that he was going to get in the pits. Looks like Devin Haynes is also coming into the pits. Looks like Paul is going to call it a night. Going through the lineup as it stands right now, you got Richard Holland out front with a 1.7 second lead in front of Vern Bradley, who is now currently in second. Adam Matz is in third. Chuck Sweeting is in fourth. Glenn Jameson is fifth. TJ Lee is sixth. Nick Hunt is seventh. Tommy Haynes just overtook Ray Polking for eighth. Ray Polking is ninth. John Wimbish. Well, let's stick right here with these two. These two are battling it out pretty good. You got Ray and Tommy battling it out for eighth place, but they are catching up with Nick Hunt, and that's going to lead to another spot possibility. Looks like Ray is going to hold on and maintain that spot. And Tommy's going to work his way back in on the corner. They are separate a little bit. Tommy's going to run the outside. See if he can run a different line to get a little better, but it actually looks like it's hurting him. And John Wimbish is now moving on to the inside. Almost caught him. Almost caught his back quarter. There you see Tommy trying to run a different line that looks like it's not working too great for him. So he's currently in ninth. John Wimbish is going to round out your top 10. Then moving on back, you got Ricky Fagone. Burt Wilson is in 12th. Mike McCulley is back here in 13th. And I believe that's it, because Devin Haynes is still on the pit lane, so I don't know that he will be coming back out, but he's currently 14th. And Paul Patterson 15th. And as we said, Paul Patterson has called it a night. So that will be it for him. We are getting ready to be 40 laps in this. Oh, I thought it was 100. It's 150 laps. My bad. My correction. So 150 laps. So they need to get like 75 to make it a one-stop deal. Ricky is battling right here with John Wimbish. This is for 10th place. You got Tommy Haynes back up here. He's still trying to battle for a spot up here. So we're going to call this the battle zone right now. Because these 5 vehicles, places 7 through 11th, seem to be the ones battling it out the most. Tommy Haynes run wide on that corner to try and get momentum coming out. Fortunately, I think he's losing the momentum around the corner. So, although this corner, he's doing a lot better. So, one corner, he seems to do a little better than the other. Because this corner here, he doesn't seem to do near as well. Get some momentum, go to the outside, try and take over that spot from Ray. That path has worked out for him this time around. He will take that spot and move up a spot. Now into 8th place. So as we look through the list, it's Richard Holland out there in front. Vern Bradley is in second. Adam Matz in third. Chuck Sweeting in fourth. Glenn Jameson fifth. TJ Lee in sixth. Nick Hunt will be seventh. Tommy Haynes is currently eighth. Ray Polking is in ninth. John Wimbish in 10th. Ricky Fagone is going to be in 11th place. And Burt Wilson will be 12th. With Michael McCulley running lucky 13. We are on lap 47 currently, almost finished with lap 47. So we still have 103, 102 laps to go yet. It's a long ways to go. Anything could happen. A lot of time to make up differences, make up room. Looking at the times though, going from first place to 10th place is about 15 seconds different. Now a lap is taking them a little over 31 seconds, so it's about half a lap behind, going all the way from first to 10th. So there's a definite big gap, big area to cover. But as we say, anything can happen because there is so much time left. Our largest climber right now is going to go to this man right here, number 63, Glenn Jameson. Currently up 9 spots. He started 14th. He's currently in 5th. Right behind him, though, you got Chuck Sweeting, who is actually, he's coming into a pit. So Chuck Sweeting, he was up 8 spots. So with Chuck coming in, that's going to put Glenn up 10 spots now. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. You got Mike McCulley in there. You got Chuck Sweeting in here. See him getting tires. He is back out. So that makes me wonder if Mr. McCauley's going to call it a night. We're not sure. So, Chuck Sweeting is down 1 lap with that pit stop. So we'll see how that works for him. Maybe he saw something, figured there's going to be needing to be more pits than just the one single stop. So he took advantage of that, took it early. You got Richard Holland on the other side of the track. So not terrible. He's down a lap, but it's about half of the track in order to get back to the lead. So with him with new tires, it could definitely happen. Because he is running, that last lap he was running a 30.4 and Richard ran a 31.6, so he's over a second faster. Looking at the scale on the track, it does look like he is, we'll say, a third of a track behind to get back on the lead lap. And with nobody in front of Chuck, about 10 laps, he could be catching up to these guys. That is my prediction. We're on lap 56 right now. We'll see where he is in a few laps. So Richard Holland still maintaining his lead. He's led every lap so far. I take that back. He has led all but 1 lap so far. So Vern Bradley, he's 3 seconds behind with Adam Matz, a half second behind Vern. Glenn Jameson, he is currently sitting in 4th with TJ Lee running right behind him. You got Nick Hunt running 6th, Tommy Haynes 7th, Ray Polking in 8th, John Wimbish in 9th, and Ricky Vagone is going to round out your top 10. Then you have Burt Wilson and Chuck Sweeting starting to catch up to those guys. There you see there is positions 2 and 3 right there. Oh no. Well, he managed to keep it out of the wall. And Chuck's going to call it a night. And I just want to put it out there right now. Mr. Chuck Sweeting, that jinx you can put on Mr. John Sanu. I had a phone call with Mr. Sanu before the race because he is not going to be here tonight. And he gave me his prediction for tonight's race. And we have our first caution. So let's see what happened. Ricky on the low side, coming up, just come up and just run right into him. Rewind that again. Go here. Go here. You can see Bert slowed up just a little bit. Ricky wasn't predicting that. Ran right into the back of Bert and into the wall they go. So there is that. Get back up here. Pace car is out. Looks like everybody is in pit lane. So with that pit there at 62, that is going to pretty much guarantee that they're going to probably have to do one more stop. Actually, no, it doesn't probably. It guarantees there's going to be at least one more stop. So we go ahead and get everybody lined back up here. We got Vern, Bradley, Richard Holland is going to be row 1. Adam Matz, Glenn Jameson, row 2. TJ Lee, Nick Hunt, row 3. Tommy Haynes, Ray Polking will be row 4. Pace car is down. And we are green. Richard Holland getting that nice jump out there. Vern and Adam battling for second right now. Vern's holding on to second at the moment. Adam's going to let him take second and slide into third. Hop into the cockpit here with Richard and watch a lap on fresh tires here. See how his steering is, and we'll jump back into Vern. Then we'll go to Mr. Consistency, Mr. Adam Matz, and see how their differences are. So we'll ride a lap. What the heck? Uh-oh. That's not what you want to see. Not sure what all happened there. So let's jump back a lap and see what happened. Oh, Vern broke loose on the corner there. Did exactly what Chuck did. So back up to the front. Got Richard Holland in the lead, Adam Matz in second, Glenn Jameson in third. Glenn Jameson, our top climber so far tonight. He's up 11 spots in third place. We got Nick Hunt in fourth and TJ Lee in fifth. Got a couple guys still out there in the pits that are still possibilities to come back. Burt Wilson, Ricky Fagone. Chuck Sweeting has called it a night. I'm assuming Mike McCauley and Devin Haynes have called it a night, as has Paul Patterson. So with that, we have 9 vehicles out on the track. Richard Holland out front. He's about 0.9 in front of Adam. Looks like Tommy's battling right here with TJ. Got John Wimbish right there with Tommy also. Yeah, Ray and John getting really close to each other on that last corner around there. They've now put some separation behind them. John trying to move up another spot, trying to get up there by Tommy though. We're getting ready to hit that halfway mark on this race, and as we hit that halfway mark for tonight's Autism Awareness race for Autism Awareness Week, we'd like to, Autism Awareness Week for here at WFO. We'd like to take a moment to recognize what this event represents. Autism is a spectrum, and every individual experiences it differently. But one thing remains the same. Every person deserves understanding, opportunity, and acceptance. Whether it's supporting a family member, a friend, a neighbor, or simply choosing patience and kindness in everyday life. Even small actions can make a meaningful difference. We appreciate everyone joining us tonight as WFO Racing League and RGC Mortorsports continue to help shine a light on autism awareness. And we do appreciate all of those that are out there watching, both live and after. We want to thank you all, and if you are out there, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, hit the notification bell so we know when we go live, which we'll go live again next week for our final race of the championship. Final races for the cars and the trucks. Cars on Wednesday, trucks on Thursday. Cars on Tuesday, trucks on Wednesday. So Burt Wilson and Ricky Fagone have managed to come back out after getting repairs on their vehicles. Burt is 5 laps down, Ricky is 10 down, but still making a run for it. And especially with Ricky in the points chase, he's going to want every point he can get going into Daytona for next week. Because as you all know, and as we all know, Daytona could do anything. Some random incident could take out half the field. And just like that, the handful of points that you were behind, you're now in front. So Ricky is currently 5th in points. He's about, looks like 19 back from the lead. Adam Matz in front, Nick Hunt in 2nd, Richard Holland 3rd, Vern Bradley currently 4th. So Adam Matz, who's 1st in points, he's currently in 2nd place. Nick Hunt, who is 2nd in points, is currently in 4th place. Richard Holland, who is 3rd in points, is currently in 1st place. So those 3 are all right there. Vern Bradley, who's 4th, we saw him spin out a little bit, do that backslide. He's currently running 9th, but he is making a way, trying to climb back up. Obviously, pit strategies will change that. Cautions will change that. And that gap that he has right now between him and Tommy Haynes could shrink to nothing. So here again in the middle, this is your battle bunch. This is your tightest point in the race. The closest battles. Although Adam is slowly inching up to Richard. He's got it down to about a half second. Yeah, Richard Holland right there. Adam Matz behind him. Then you got a 3-second gap to get to 3rd place, which is right there with Glenn Jameson. Nick Hunt is about a 1.5 behind him, with TJ Lee a half second behind him. John Wimbish about 0.4. Ray Polking 0.27. Tommy Haynes about 0.15. And then you got 6 seconds back from there. You got Vern. Then you go back 5 laps. You got Burt Wilson. Managed to get his repairs done, some of it. Get back out there, and same with Ricky. Ricky is 10 laps back, but he's right there racing with the group, so. And up here, you got Ray trying to get around John Wimbish, and looks like he is going to do that, but he doesn't have him clear. So John's going to race him around the outside and get some momentum and get that spot slightly back as they battle their way into the next corner. Side by side. They're going to do a little do-si-do. John's going to go to the inside. Ray's going to go to the outside, and we're going to battle it again. Looks like John didn't get quite the momentum takeoff that he was hoping for. He started to break loose a little bit and let it off. So right now, Tommy Haynes is pretty much your closest spot for a battling position. Everybody else is pretty much gapped out. We're almost 90 laps in. And Tommy's going to the inside of John Wimmish. John's going to hold that outside, keep that momentum. Ray up here is caught up. TJ Lee. Trying to gain another spot. He's going to go to the inside of TJ. Take the inside lane, go hot. TJ's going to go high. TJ's going to take that momentum of the outside, though, and hold on to the spot. And then right behind them, you got Tommy Haynes battling for a spot with John Wimmish also. You get up here. TJ letting off. John diving down to the inside. Trying not to run into the back of TJ. So now John and TJ are battling out for spots. Take a ride on the hood. Meanwhile, up front, Richard Howland still holds on to the lead. He is slowly gaining room on Adam Matz. Adam, who is 0.6, 0.7 now behind Richard. Glenn Jameson, he is comfortably back here at about 3 seconds behind Adam, but he has 2 seconds in front of Nick. So he's got a couple comfortable little spot here, just kind of holding out on his own. All he's got to do is maintain. He'll have himself a podium spot. Nick Hunt, meanwhile, he's 2.2 behind and trying to make a move on that, but that is not working in his favor at the moment. He is going slightly slower. You got Ray Polking right here. He is running in 5th place, so that is your top 5. Now it is almost 7 seconds between first and fifth. But then moving on back, you got TJ Lee currently running in sixth, John Wimmish in seventh, Tommy Haynes in eighth, Vern Bradley here in ninth. Vern Bradley starting to catch back up. He has gotten 3 seconds back off of where he was. So he's definitely making some moves, catch back up with the group. Burt Wilson back here in 10th. And you got Ricky Fagone. He is out here in 11th. So jumping back up here with Tommy Haynes. Tommy Haynes battling with John Wimmish and TJ Lee still. This battle for sixth is still going on. Tommy Haynes likes that outside lane. Tries to get the momentum off the corner to go into the straightaway. He is going to get the inside lane this time around. He's going to take that right away from John. Get right up in there by TJ. We're going to maintain our battle right here for sixth place between Tommy Haynes, TJ Lee. Tommy getting real up close and personal with the back end of TJ. Doesn't look like it did any damage to the front of him, but go ahead and hop on the hood here. TJ pretty much holding his own right now against Tommy. Of course, as I say that, Tommy takes the inside and tries to take the spot away. TJ's going to keep that outside momentum and get on that straightaway and try and battle it out. There we saw somebody going into the pits, looked like. Yeah, Ray Polkin going in, Adam Matz. So with 45 laps to go, you got Adam Matz going in for the pits, trying to get some tires to run the rest of the race. And probably hopes for potential pit stops by everybody else so he can get spots back. So we'll see what Richard decides to do here. See how many more laps he goes now that Adam has gone in. There we go. Leader gonna go in. That's gonna put Glenn Jameson in the lead. Adam Matt's gonna get up there, get his lap back. So Adam Matt's now back on the lead lap. Looks like Glenn's going to come into the pits also. So that's going to put Nick Hunt in the lead, but he is going to go into the pits. So that's going to put Tommy Haynes in the lead. Ray Polking is currently lapped down, but now he just got his lap back by getting in front of Tommy, so he's back on the lead lap. So you got TJ Lee currently running second. And then all these cars, and you got Adam Matz here. He's currently running third with Richard Holland in fourth. Tommy Haynes is going to come in this time around. We'll see what TJ does. Pretty much leave TJ as the last vehicle on tires. Vern's going to get his lap back. TJ's going to keep going. Says, I ain't done. I ain't tired yet, boss. Still got more to give. So between him and Adam Matz is about half a track. They got a 15-second gap between the two. Adam's got about a 0.9 gap between him and Richard Holland. So far that pit stop strategy is worked out in Adam's favor. There is only about 3 laps between him and Richard's tires, so tires are going to be very similar on the two. So 35 laps to go. We've got TJ Lee in front. Adam Matz catching up. He's about 12.5 seconds behind now. So in 5 laps, 10 laps, he's managed to gain about 3.5 seconds. And as we know, TJ's probably going to have to go in for tires and fuel. If not tires, definitely fuel. Because what I was told was roughly 75. Well, maybe they can make it on 90. I don't know. They said they could make it on 1 stop, which would be 75 laps. Now, I do remember them saying something about that they thought maybe they could push 90 laps on a tank of fuel. Whether or not their tires can hold for 90 laps, I don't know. So that could be what TJ's holding out for. Adam is currently about 9.5 seconds behind, so he's managed in another 3 laps. He's managed to gain another 3 seconds. Now, there's another side to this. If Adam catches him, and TJ can make it to the end without having to pit. Obviously, any kind of caution right now would be in TJ's favor, potentially. Or maybe it wouldn't be, because that would allow everybody to catch up. And since he hasn't pitted yet, he may have to... See, this is where the pit strategies all come in. Now, Adam and Richard are running pretty much neck and neck. You've got 30 laps to go. They're about 6 seconds behind. So the question is, can TJ hold them off? It is possible. It's definitely possible. Because as we jump back here, we see Richard and Adam battling side by side. Tuned in just in time for that. Which this actually works in TJ's favor a little bit. Oh, we got a caution. For what? That is going to change some things up. There you see Vern coming up into Nick. So that is going to bring everybody up to TJ, and I think TJ is going to have the tough decision. Do you go in and get tires now? Well, the leaders are going to come in with him. So that actually works in his favor. His pit stop will probably be a little bit longer because he'll probably grab tires, and these guys will probably just grab fuel. Or maybe they'll all grab tires. We'll wait and see as they come in here. We'll see if cars go up and down or not. Now, I wanted to see if the cars go up and down. Okay, so you got Adam going up. Adam's getting both sides. All right. Oh, there you go. Now, Tommy stayed out. Tommy is the lone car that stayed out. He's got about 13 laps on his tires. So we'll see how this lineup works. We'll see who goes where. If it goes how I think it's going to go, it looks like Adam's going to line up on the outside. Which means TJ is going to be behind Tommy. And Richard will be behind Adam. So Tommy will be first, Adam second, TJ third, Richard in fourth, Glenn Jamison fifth, Ray Polking sixth. That is your front three lines. We'll see how Tommy does the takeoff and see how this affects TJ. We've got green. Tommy's going to jump out, but Adam and Richard are going to hold that outside line. Adam's going to get right on around Tommy. Tommy's going to go up and kind of block Richard right now. Richard in third. Richard's going to go to the inside. Gonna hold Tommy to the outside. Glenn Jamison is going to squeeze his way in there. Not sure what happened with TJ there. Let's rewind that back and see what happened there. Oh, see him just kind of going sideways there, doing a self spin. That is unfortunate for him. He can be the third one on that. Tommy now bunching up the vehicles. Glenn able to get around him. That has managed to put a gap between Adam and Richard, so Adam is back out front, Richard right behind him. Glenn is going to be in third. Tommy's going to drop back to fourth. Vern's going to tag the wall. Ray Polking is going to hold on to fifth place at the moment. Vern's going to drop back a spot. This is your battle right now. John Wimbish holding that inside line. Him and Vern are going to tag each other. Running side by side down the back stretch. I'm sorry, that was front stretch. Vern is going to get in front of him. Nick's going to tag the wall that time. Now him and John are going to battle it out side by side. Moving up here, you got Tommy Haynes, and Tommy's going to the outside, getting out of people's way. And we've got another caution. Rewind wind that one back. That happened like right here. Far chase here. Ooh. Oh. We're getting caught up in that. So we'll wind that back again. Got Vern going low, coming up on Ray. Looks like Vern coming way up there. Take a look from Tommy's view. So that is going to end Vern's night, it looks like. All right, so as we regroup, we got Adam Matz in first, Richard Holland in second, Glenn Jamison third, Ray Polking in fourth, Nick Hunt in fifth, TJ Lee sixth, Tommy Haynes will be seventh, John Wimbish eighth, Vern is ninth, Bert is 10th. I believe Bert is in the pits. Let's take a look. Bert is in the pits, so we'll see if he comes back out or not at this point. Bert is coming back out, so is Ricky. We got 16 laps to go. Once this goes green, we'll have 15. Pace car is down, and we're going to get this going again. Adam Matz with that nice jump. Glenn Jamison with a nice jump along with him. Glenn's going to battle with Richard on the outside there, so we'll jump with these guys right here, see how that pans out. Glenn going to get in front of Richard for the time being. Got Nick Hunt trying to make his way up there. Nick and Ray battling side by side back here, so let's jump back here with these two. Nick getting a little loose there. Time's going to go to the outside, get up and around him. TJ Lee back up here. He's trying to get some spots back after his spin out earlier. Richard trying to make his way back around Glenn, trying to squeeze the nose down in there. Don't think he'll do it on this corner, but I'm guessing the next corner he will go down to the inside if that door is there. Richard's gonna sit back and hold his time, I think, it looks like. He's not gonna hold too long because Adam is starting to climb his way away. Already up to a point, about a half-second lead. Richard wants those points. Adam currently is your point leader. Richard right there with him. Richard needs every point that he can to get. He does not like seeing that orange number 9 in front of him. We have 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. The final stretch of this race started with 15. We have currently 10 running. Richard trying to get around him. Glenn getting a little loose there on that corner. That might be the opportunity that Richard needs. Looks like Glenn's just running a line that Richard can't get into. They're going to get close there. Richard going to get a little loose. Ray Polking now up there. Tommy Haynes into the wall. That's going to give TJ another spot. Adam with that clean air up front. He's just running away. Oh, Tommy and Nick into the wall with each other there. Looked like they might. Oh, nope. That's going to bring out a caution. That's going to reset everything. That is probably what Richard wants right now, because that's going to line him up behind Adam depending on what they do. Let's rewind. Looks like him and Tommy got into each other. So let's see how that happened. Oh, Tommy snuck in there when Nick didn't know he was there. Well, it looked like Tommy squeezed into a spot that he didn't have room for. So, unfortunately, that's going to be it for Nick tonight. That's going to reset everybody. So on this restart, you're going to have Adam Matson 1, Glenn Jameson 2, Richard Holland 3, Ray Polking 4, TJ Lee 5, Tommy Haynes will be 6, John Wimbish 7th, Bert Wilson will start in 8th spot, but he's still in 9th. And Ricky Fagone will start in 9th spot, but he's still in 10th until they get a couple more laps and get caught up with Nick. As it stands right now, Nick is still 2 laps in front of Bert. Pace car is down. So Adam getting out in front. Richard getting battling there with Glenn. He's going to go back behind Glenn. We have 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Final laps of the race for the evening. Adam in the lead. Glenn Jamieson in second. Richard Holland trying to push that inside line right now to get around and get that second spot. He's going to get a little loose though. We're going to come around and we're going to go around one more time. The final lap. Looks like Richard is backing off a little bit. Getting loose again coming out of that corner. Just can't seem to get the grip that he needs to get up there to try and challenge for second. As they come around the final time, last corners. Yep. Adam coming in first, Glenn in second, Richard will be third. So after Richard running the lead for most of the race, cautions changed everything up. He's going to end in third. Adam's going to lead 25 laps of the race and take the checker. Alrighty. Well, let's rewind a lap here. Bring her back to the start finish. Put her right there. Jump in here. I want to adjust the camera. So you're going to see the background stuff here real quick while I do a little switcheroo. Let's see. I want to do this right here so you can get a better view of the car. That out of here. Get this out of here. We're going to get back over here and we're going to get these interviews going. So gonna start with this man right here, Mr. Richard Holland. How's it going,
How you
sir?
doing? It's going.
Well, after running most of the laps out front, the cautions bit you.
They sure did. Yeah. Yeah, that was frustrating there at the end. Adam short pitted us there, and we ran a few extra laps. I wanted to have those laps, and I was able to run him down. We were kind of battling him there, and I think I would have got by him eventually. And then the caution fell right, before I could get around him, and yeah, after that it was just you're mired. I was just talking to Glenn. You're mired in traffic with, the passes here. They take time to set up, and and to be good on a long run, it takes several laps to do, to get to that point, and a 10, 15 lap run, you can't really do anything. Everybody's aggressive. You can't just turn underneath someone, drive around them, and so yeah, it's just you're kind of frustrating there just to be in that position. But yeah, but we had a great car, great long run car. I think it was unbelievable on the long run. It felt awesome. The longer it went, the better it felt. But yeah, just got stuck in the traffic there and couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere. And congrats to Adam on the win. We needed to gain some points on him. I mean, he was running second to us most of the night, but 1 point gain would have been better than a 2-point loss,
Right. Well,
but
I mean,
it is what it is.
It is Daytona next week, so anything is possible.
Yeah, that's true. But those anythings usually happen to me at Daytona. I rarely ever finish a race, a restrictor plate.
Uh,
But yeah, all in all, good night. Like we had the speed, we up front qualified on the pole there, and had a great car all night. Thing was really, really good. So we had the speed there, and just got mired in traffic there at the end.
I was very invested in TJ's plan that he had going, or what it seemed to, was to try and stay out for the rest of the race. And I'm assuming that's what he was going to do there, as you guys went in and got tires. So I assumed he was going to try and stay out. You guys were catching him, and it looked like it was possible he could have finished in third with that, if you guys, depending on how he fended you guys off. So that would have turned out interesting. Unfortunately, there was a caution, switched all that up. You guys all came in, you all got tires, which, again, then it gave him a spot. But then Tommy stayed out, and that kind of blocked him up a little bit, and you guys were able to get around, kind of move up, and then you battled a little bit, and then Glenn got up there, and it looked like there was a couple times you tried to get around him, and it just the opportunity just wasn't fully there, and then it looked like your back tires started getting loose on the corners on you, and you just didn't have enough grip to get up there anymore.
Yeah. And Glenn was running like a different line than I had kind of run. He was kind of cutting the exit off, and anytime I would go underneath of him, I was worried about getting on the inside of him and him cutting right down. I didn't want to spin him out. And
you guys did touch at one point, and it actually,
I know.
Somehow it made it worse for you. I'm not sure how exactly that happened, but
well, yeah, I think again, I kind of lifted a little bit, and I realized that we were, gonna making contact or whatever, and I didn't want to wreck anybody. So
yeah,
definitely don't want to do that. So I don't race like that. But yeah, just kind of had to regroup. But a couple times I had a inside, and like I said, he was running a different line than I was kind of used to there. And
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good race all night. Like I said, we just got mired back in traffic, and congrats to Adam. He had the good strategy and ended up getting out front there when he needed to be. And like I said, 10, 15 lap run with cautions mixed in there. I mean, you couldn't even get a run in there, and it's really, really hard to pass. So you were being the leader, you had a huge advantage there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put Mr. Sanu on the spot here because he's not here tonight, but he did call me before, and he gave me a prediction on how tonight's race would go. And he said 4 cautions, which is what we had, and he had it. There was going to be Chuck, you, or it was going to be Chuck, Adam, and then you. Now, I think he cursed Chuck. Chuck spun out earlier in the race, and then TJ did the same thing, and then Vern did the same thing too. So, but you finished where you said. So,
yeah, in a roundabout way. Yeah. It's I'd say it's all John's fault. I would agree with that. But the track was slick. The track was pretty slick. It was, it was easy to get loose on entry if you overdrove it, and really easy to get it loose if you get on the gas and trying to get off the corners and stuff. So I could see why people were spinning out, but I'm sure it was worse in the traffic, when you're trying to race and maneuver and all that. But
yeah, it would have been interesting to see how Chuck did if he had stayed in, because after that he called it a night. But TJ did the same thing, as did Vern, and then at one point they were back up there in the top 5 again. So I think Chuck could have been up there with you guys had he stayed here, but is what it is.
Oh yeah, I mean, Chuck is really, really good at this place. I mean, he drove up through the field there, and he was running like 4th, I think, and I think he used up his tires because he stalled out a little bit. But yeah, he would have. Who knows? He probably would have won this thing had he not spun out. I mean, he's really, really fast here. So, I think the last time we ran here, I think he swept both races. So,
I believe that's what John was telling me. So,
yeah.
So we'll blame John.
Oh yeah, it's definitely all his fault. 100%.
100%. But anyways, well, congratulations on P3 here tonight. And is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I appreciate it. I just want to thank my teammates and all the drivers out here tonight, and the fans, anybody that's watching, you guys for doing what you do, and the people that put on this show. So, yeah, that's it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow night, I guess.
All righty, sir. Congratulations on P3, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Brazy.
All right, so there was Richard. We'll move on up to the next vehicle, which is, I messed up my setup here. There we go. This man right here. Oh, jeepers criminy. That's not what I wanted to do. This man right here, Mr. Glenn Jameson. Do you got a copy, sir?
Hey, I got you there, Bracy. How you doing? Man,
I'm doing
what a
all right.
surprise to talk to you, brother.
I was going to say, I don't think you've been up here all season, and here you are up here in a championship race.
I don't think I have either. The air is pretty thin up here, so pretty cool to be up here. Yes, indeed.
Well, and you had a hell of a battle there at the end with Vern, or not with Vern, with Richard to hold off that spot.
We had a great battle going, and he is one of the best racers in this group. I swear to God. And so just what a great race. I mean, it was tight, tough. I got nothing to lose. So, I'm trying to get the best position I can, and just a real good, hard fought race. And was a lot of fun. It was tough, and especially on those short runs after the cautions and whatnot, it was just really hard to get in the rhythm and keep it going. But that was some fun racing.
Well, and on top of that, you're our top climber tonight too. You started in 14th, up 12 spots to get to second. That's a hell of a battle in itself, just right there, because passing was not simple here tonight.
Definitely not simple. I just, as we went along, I mean, I did make up several spots. I don't know, maybe 5 spots or so early on, and I think everybody was trying to save tires early on and whatnot. I found you could actually push them a little bit harder than you might think, and so I was able to make up some spots there. And then I just kind of let things come to me. I mean, the long run was better for me, and things just kind of came to me one at a time, slow but sure. And in fact, I was even catching Adam and Richard, right up to that first caution that we had. Mm-hmm. And so, it just kind of was coming to me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We were watching you throughout the race, battling your way up through everybody. And, it seemed like 5 through 11 or 5 through 9 there. It was just kind of that was kind of the battle bunch right there, because everybody else was kind of spaced out, but that range right there is where everybody was kind of battling at. And you know, you managed to make it through there, get up there into fourth. I think you sat in fourth for quite a while, and then got up there into third, and then on the cautions and restarts managed to move up even further, and you know, and here you are in second. So
Yeah, it's awesome. On those restarts, you know, again, the restart and short run really wasn't the forte here tonight for me. But again, you know, by the time we got to that, everybody pretty much had the same wear on their tires, and it wasn't good for anybody. And I was just able to, with some luck, I was able to hold on and pull it out. So just real thankful. It's just, you know, it was great. It was a great night for a track that I wasn't really looking forward to, and you know, just hell of a finish, given you know where I thought I'd be.
well, and like we say, I mean, I don't think you were up here all season, and now here you are up here in a championship race out in the spotlight, second place with this group of people. I mean, hell of a show for you. Hell of a show for you.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's tough racing. These guys are all tough, and especially the closer you get to the front of the field, the harder it gets. But a lot of tough racing. I just got to thank you for doing the broadcast. You guys do a great job. You know, you do wonderful doing this, and for everybody who runs the league and whatnot, and for the guys that race in this league. Again, this is tough racing, a lot of fun, and it was hard racing, but it was a lot of fun, and just really appreciate. You know, look forward to Tuesday and Wednesday nights.
Awesome. Well, you already answered my next question, which was who you want to thank. So congratulations on second place, and hopefully we'll see you back up here again soon. Maybe
I
tomorrow
hope
night.
so, Brazy. I hope so. We'll see. Thank you, Brazy. Appreciate you, man.
You're welcome. Congratulations on P2.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. And then that's going to move us up to this man right here, Mr. Consistency, Mr. Adam Matz. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, sir, another race down, another win. You're definitely leading the points now. And, you know, one more race to go.
Yeah, I didn't expect to win this. Well, I mean, I didn't expect to win last week either, but this one I really didn't expect to win. New Hampshire is not a. I don't think I've ever won at this track before, so this is new. Things worked out really good there at the end. The second half of the race is completely different. I'm really surprised the way it worked out. I was bummed. Vern was up there early in the race. And I mean, he was fast. I was bummed to see him get loose, and I'm not sure if he hit the wall, but that was a real bum because I was behind him watching him. He was hanging it out like every lap and really kicking butt.
Yeah, he both him, Chuck and TJ all kind of did the same thing. They all lost it on a corner and did a self spin, and you know, Chuck left early, and I think seeing with Vern and TJ doing the same thing, and they were able to battle their way back up to, you know, they were up there in the top 5 again later on in the race. I think if Chuck would have stayed, I think he would have been up here with you guys too. So unfortunately for him, he spun out, but you know what? That just opened up another opportunity for you to get another spot closer because there was one less person you had to battle with. So, and here you are up top.
Yeah, you know, I was wondering what happened to him because I was watching in qualifying. I caught just a little bit of his lap, and it looked like he tagged the wall, so he didn't get probably the fast lap he should have because he was so fast in practice. And I figured he's going to kick our butt. And I didn't know about the self spin. I did see him exit, so I figured something must have happened. But that worked out. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He had gone into the pits. He'd gone into the pits early than everybody else, got new tires, and a couple laps later lost the rear end and called it a night. So
yeah, this car was weird because it was really quite loose, particularly the first few laps, and then it would kind of snug up pretty quick. And then those later restarts, I had to kind of change my my mindset a little bit because earlier when we did the restarts of fresh tires, you could kind of blast through the corner. You couldn't do that at the end. I had to slow down and brake a little bit and everything and treat it like, like a normal corner basically. So thankfully I did that, and I was really, really concerned I was going to slip up the track and let somebody sneak by. So fortunately I didn't do that.
yeah, and you know, like you say, Richard had the lead for most of the race. I think he was 80, 90 laps. And then there at the end, you got the last leads, and those are the ones that matter. I mean, that's where it counts.
Yeah. I honestly, at the beginning, I thought Richard was going to lead it I thought he was going to lead every lap. I thought it was going to go green, and I wasn't really expecting a whole lot.
It did seem that way.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I'm really surprised just the way things flipped around, and it definitely wasn't the fastest car by any means tonight, but just in the right position. And I did short pit just a little bit, I think a lap or two before Richard, and that actually I think made the whole race honestly for me, because it got me up front on the restart. That caution, the timing of the caution before Richard could get back by me, worked out perfect.
Yeah, I think it was 3 laps before Richard went in. So yeah, that was definitely where the change happened between you and him. And then that caution happening really solidified it for you holding on to that front end. So, definitely a great lucky strategy, but definitely worked out in your favor. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on P1. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight?
Ray got an awesome finish. He finished fourth, I think. Yeah, he got fourth, so that's an awesome finish for Ray. I think he was fifth last week, so he's on a pair of top fives here. So he's really kicking tail right now. Thanks to the admins and everything for setting up all the races, making it fun. Thanks for you. It looks like you're solo tonight. You don't have your partner here.
I am solo. He's still driving. So, but we blamed him for some of the shenanigeries that happened tonight. So because he gave me predictions before on what he thought was going to happen tonight, and cautions in third place was the only thing he got right.
Okay, nice.
So,
you got something to roast him about when he comes back.
Because he said you were going to get second, Richard was going to get third, and Chuck was going to get first because Chuck is really good at this track. And so we blamed him for when Chuck spun out, and you guys did have 4 cautions. So he got that part right, but jinxed everybody else. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I think that's a reasonable prediction. So thumbs up. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Even though putting me second, come on. So, yeah. No, that's awesome. The points thing I was going to mention real quick too gives me. I think I'm going to have 11 points over Richard, which makes me feel pretty good. No guarantee, but because it's Daytona. But I hope it goes better than last season. I don't want that repeat of that.
I'm trying to see if I have that and if it's been updated yet or not. It is not updated yet. So, let's see. You were 10 points in front of, so I think you get 2.
I checked. He got fastest lap. Richard got fastest lap.
Okay, so he's got 1 for that. Okay. So you'll be 11 in front of him then, going into next week.
I mean, that's pretty good. I'm kind of thinking like, I don't normally like to at plate tracks run in the back, but I almost kind of wonder like, because last time I wrecked and I was up front, so I don't know. I'll be in the back and I'll wreck in the back is what'll happen. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's the roll of the dice that you're gonna have to put your bet down and make that gamble and see what you do. So you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Daytona's fun. I like racing at Daytona. It is unique to have it as a finale. That definitely ups the intensity level.
Well, I mean, you got 3 wins of the season, 12 this would be 13 top 5s and 14 top 10s out of every race you've been in the top 10. So, I mean, there's a reason why we've nicknamed you Mr. Consistency, because you seem to always be up here. So
yeah, I'm kind of surprised I didn't have any, random disconnects or anything like that. Because normally you always have just something random happen, but somehow this I got it. Knock on wood, because I don't want it to happen next week. It'll probably happen next week. Don't happen next week. It can happen anytime later. Yeah.
Well, if it happens next week, we'll blame John since he's not here tonight.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I was hoping John McMillan, my teammate, would be here since you mentioned John. Not the other John Johnson.
Yeah.
I was sure you're talking about, but you reminded me of John McMillan wasn't here. I was hoping he'd be here.
Well, we can blame him too.
Yeah, right. We just blame all the Johns. If your name's John, it's your fault.
It's a John thing. It's a John thing.
Yep. I like that.
All right. Well, congratulations on P1. And I think I already asked you who you wanted to thank for tonight, right?
Yep. We got it. I think we.
All right. So we've got everything. We got all the boxes checked off. So congratulations again on P1. And another point increase in front of Richard Holland. And, we'll see how next week goes. And we'll see you back here again tomorrow night.
Yep. I don't think I'll be there tomorrow night, unfortunately. No? Yeah, but I'll be there next week for sure, because that's one that matters for me. So, yep. Thanks.
All righty, sir. Well, we'll see you next week then, and you have yourself a good rest of your week. All righty, everybody. With that being said, hello, Scotty. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's race. Come back again for tomorrow night. We will have the second to last race of the season for the trucks. Currently in the trucks, the leader of the trucks is, whoops, let me collect the right thing here. The points leader in the trucks is Richard Holland. Ricky Vigone second. Tommy Haynes is third. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow night. I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. It was a hell of a battle for a lot of guys. And Mr. McCullough, you too have yourself a good night. And for all of those here, on behalf of Jeepers Criminy, on behalf of everybody here at WFO Racing and all the drivers, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching the stream. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get notified when we go live again. We'll be back again tomorrow night for the trucks. Second to last race back here in New Hampshire. And we will see you then. So, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Much love, and later on, everybody.